you're just kind of saucy, you know what I mean? Like everything is nice and moisturized, everything is looking real good. I think there's a really damaging and inhibiting stereotype when it comes to skincare around men and black men.
When you do see a black man that's often considered to be, you know, just wanting to check his skincare and stuff, they're often ridiculed. And, you know, that people often attempt to try and emasculate them.
I think that stereotype is changing somewhat. But I definitely feel still like it's quite pervasive in society. At the same time, me as a guy, I'm gonna take care of my skin. It's the only face I have, so I don't mind at all.
I think more so for black men, there's just a complete lack of representation within that industry, and it is rather alarming.
I don't feel represented by the industry when it comes to skincare as a black man. I have never seen a black man promoting skincare products, skincare routines, skincare tips. Now, there's no shame in it. I think the perception that society tends to have around black men specifically is thugs, is dangerous. That also is an inhibiting factor in the idea of a black man using skincare.
I tend to feel a lot cleaner, fresher faced, you know, it's quite refreshing. It's a bit therapeutic as well, so, you know, sometimes I'll just like set aside like an hour or two to do like the whole process. Not that it takes an hour, but just because I have music playing or something like that, so I'm just chilled.
I often try a lot of new products.
There's some things that I have never tried, like, you know, the things to get rid of bags under your eyes and brown circles and stuff. I mean, I'm just a brown boy, so I'm not really fussed about all that.
It's been very much trial and error. I'll also go into like YouTube and stuff like that, or just, you know, quick Google search, you know, to see what works, especially for black skin, especially because I also have a beard as well. But without further ado, I'm gonna take you guys through my process.
I use this face wash just when I'm taking a shower, rub it in, get it like everywhere. So the first thing that I would do is use Body Shop Shea body butter. So I just take just a little bit just to kind of start me off and apply it to my face. And I know it's not counted, but I definitely count my neck as part of my face. So anything that I'm doing to my face, I'm doing to my neck. It's all, for me, it's all very sensitive. So I have to make sure that I'm taking care of both. After that, I would use tea tree oil. So I have Body Shop tea tree oil, and I would use that as a spot treatment. So I just kind of get like a little bit on my fingers. I've got a little spot going on my neck right now. So I just try and get those. In terms of just like my beard, so the first thing that I would use is tea tree and witch hazel. So it's diluted, and it says for body, but I've been using it for my beard. Like this is more so for the skin underneath my beard. And it's a similar thing to me using the tea tree oil directly on the spot, right? So it's just working as like against like redness and inflammation. So all of my ingrown hairs that I tend to get, that is what I would use to combat that. Cedar and sage, just go for it. Just go right through the hairs. Try and rub it in as much as possible. Get my mustache as well, and then just throw in the eyebrows. I don't know what it was. It was like this like giant emergence of like coconut oil, right? So I think any coconut oil works. The one that I currently have right now is Tropical Sun. I just want to make sure that my beard is super moisturized, which is why I use this. And I mean, I can't complain with the results. I think I have quite a nice beard. When I don't moisturize, when I don't use the conditioning oil, when I don't use the coconut oil, combing my beard is impossible. To finish off my face, I just grab just a little dot of coconut oil as well. Just give it a nice once over, get the neck behind the ears. this works for me because I have dry skin. It's important that before I leave the house, my face is like moisturized as much as possible. That's the face sorted. Next thing I have is some black Jamaican castor oil. This one is Sunny Isles, extra dark, because I'm extra dark. Just a little dab. Rub it in your hands, and that's for the hair on my head. Once again, back to the coconut oil. Not too much, just another dab, and then I can go about my day. You're just kind of saucy, you know what I mean? Like, everything is nice and moisturized, everything is looking real good. So that's it.
I use a face mask like this, and I found the charcoal peel off works best for me. I found that this one, I prefer it when I can just apply it and then just wait for it to dry and just peel it off. And I feel like it really gets like into my pores, and it really like, it declogs your pores. I do this normally once a week. I mean, on the packet it says do it once a week, and I haven't really strayed too far from those instructions. So I tend to only do this once a week, or I think 5 days like minimum. But generally, like I just started to try to take care of myself more, because I've always been going to the gym, I've always been quite active. I should also be taking care of my skin, and obviously taking care of my hair and beard and stuff like that. So, you know, your face is the first thing that people see. And it's funny that since I've started doing this, I've really noticed a difference in just how clear my skin has been and how healthy it looks. And I feel like once I saw that kind of qualitative change, it was very hard to not want to keep up with it. So I will be back when this is dry. Okay, it's more or less dry. Now it's time to just I then wash my face with cold water to get any remnants that might have been left over. And then I've cycled through quite a few different like face moisturizers. It's a green tea and lemon mattifying moisturizer, hydratant mattifying. I mean, that's very long-winded, but making sure my face is dry. And I just try and spread it evenly. And yeah, there you have it.
I'm gonna talk you through my nighttime routine. So it starts off with a double cleanse. And a double cleanse essentially refers to using 2 different types of cleansers. To start off with, this is an oil cleanser, which I'll be using, and they're actually great for kind of dissolving oil. You know, the formulation is good for helping you build a good skin barrier, and you really just want to kind of get it everywhere. Now you're probably wondering, if this is an oil, how do you get it off? What you start doing is starting to add small bits of water to emulsify the oil. It starts to go into this milky white color. Cool. So when it's all nice and white and you've got it everywhere, you just go and rinse it off. So this is the Baxter of California face wash. It has aloe vera, alatin, and it's quite good for soothing your skin. And after 60 seconds, you just rinse it off. I think a lot of people rub their face and you really just want to pat it, because again, that's just excess friction. The toner's primary function is to kind of get rid of the kind of excess dirt, restore your skin's pH balance, as well as it can actually be quite beneficial if you're someone who has large pores. And you just really want to kind of swipe it all over your face. And a lot of people always forget their neck, and this is why sometimes your neck and your faces are looking like they've never met each other before. Good, all done. This is the COSRX Snail Power Essence, which I absolutely love. Boom. After an essence I use a serum. Essentially it helps with skin dryness, but more importantly, it just kind of helps lock in moisture into your skin. Cool. So next on the routine is a moisturizer. So I use the Kwame oil from Okiki, and last step is oil. So this is Rosehip oil from the Inkey. If you think about oil, it's extremely hard to penetrate. So in the sense that if you are putting oil on your face before you're putting a moisturizer or serum, those products are gonna find it really hard to reach your skin if you put oil first. And that's everything. So guys, thank you for joining me. That was my nighttime routine and I hope you enjoyed it.
The advice I have for other men trying to get into skincare is go for it. Just go grab a face mask, get a good moisturizer for afterwards, and tell me that you don't feel luxurious just having the face mask on. Having a skincare routine as a dude, there's nothing wrong with taking care of your skin, taking care of your body. Like I said earlier, it's the only one that you have, so go for it. Thank you. Peace.